I feel like there are kind of like two ways to alter your industry. I feel like, and to build out safer places. And I feel like one of the ways to do that is people who are willing to go into, more mainstream spaces and have the experience of being a minority in those spaces and advocate for themselves and for other people within those spaces. And I think that the other way is building alternative spaces and saying, actually, if we have the resources, then like we can find, if we need to hire somebody, like we can look for someone who might ordinarily be overlooked because they might be a really, really good fit for this project. Like they might be exactly what this project needs. As a person who is pretty terrible at confrontation, I am much more inclined to think about where do I have agency and what can I do in terms of building out somewhere to be that is just a really good place to be for me and hopefully everyone in it.
Welcome to The Details. This is a show where an artist discusses 5 special details from a recent release with me, Molly Mary O'Brien. Here's Rosie Tucker talking about their album Sucker Supreme. Will you tell me a little bit about like the songwriting/recording process?
We made the record super, super fast. I had written all the songs or pieces of all the songs. We did like 2 days in a studio called New Monkey Studio doing the drums, just drums. We spent like a week at a cabin in the Eastern Sierras in California doing guitars and stuff, and then we recorded a bunch of vocals in the apartment that I'm sitting in now.
Vocals in the apartment, did you have to set up anything special, like soundproofing wise?
In a closet with like a down comforter duvet kind of like strung up all around me. Like in the summer it was very, very hot. We don't have air conditioning, so it was a little dramatic.
For Sale Ford Pinto. Is there a story behind that one?
The Ford Pinto of this song refers to like a landmark consumer rights case in the 70s about the Ford Pinto, which had a problem with its gas tank, a replaceable part that would have cost like $12 to replace on every car, and the cars would burst into flames like if you nudged them at very slow speeds. Ford decided that it would be cheaper to just pay out damages. The image is like, I am driving a car that will burst into flames and I'm going to rear end a cop car on purpose. So is what's happening there. Thinking about kind of the malicious lack of empathy that happens when we are considering human lives at scale within societies that are very corporately influenced like ours. So thinking about that.
Pick you up at 8, I'm rolling in a Pinto, fender bender cop car, flaming out in claims court.
And also having a crush on someone.
I want to ask about food because
cool.
there's so
Okay.
much food in this album and I love it. I feel like food does not get enough just traction in songwriting. I know we've got like the Doritos.
Wolfing down Doritos, licking on my fingers.
We've got the Cool Whip and Ambrosia.
Ambrosia, dish of the gods, gets covered in Cool Whip.
Tell me about talk to me about food.
I hadn't really put it together about food in the album. I think there's just something very immediate about it. Immediate and personal. Like you have to fucking eat to stay alive every single day. That's so funny. There's not a lot of stuff like that. I was thinking about kind of like rage eating junk food. Obviously, you can just eat junk food, but I think there is also kind of a like, there's a way that you can be self-harmful with food, which is like, Doritos can be neutral or Doritos can be like, I know this is gonna make me feel like crap and I'm going to do it because I am coping with something. So I think that's kind of where that came from.
Do you have a sense of what your kind of like banger, like live songs would be from this album, or that you perhaps look forward to playing in person someday, hopefully soon?
I am very, very stoked to play the song Airport live and in person with the band. There's so much weird stuff in there. It's like a little bit mathy. It's got some funny, stupid guitar stuff. for the last record, I was just playing chords like through all the songs, and that's mostly what I'm doing. And so it's exciting to actually play some guitar lines, maybe. But I don't know. It's one of those other funny things where it's like you have no idea what's going to be the tour banger, and then like things emerge when you start practicing that makes something feel really good to play, or sometimes just, you know, people dig something on the road that you didn't expect.
Can I ask about how you met your band and your producer, and like how everyone got to know each other, how long you've been playing together?
So we all came through University of Southern California's music school. I met Jesse, who plays drums in the band, first, and we played in a band in college. I met Wolfie also in college. She was like the first person to ever play bass in my band. Jess is the newest addition to the band. They play guitar, and we brought them in to do like a week-long tour in August of 2019, but they just like fucking crushed it. I think seeking people who I felt would leave me the space to be creative and to explore myself creatively and to step into different musical roles, which I think inherently means not being intimidated by any of the people around. But I do want to emphasize that like we have a really, really queer band of people who are really excellent at their instruments and excellent at engineering and creative and thoughtful, and I just feel super fucking lucky all the time to, you know, have that for myself.